A lot of people are tweeting that I'm talking nonsense. It's Gareth Southgate's quote. The quote I read was not my quote. It's Gareth Southgate. So basically, you're saying Gareth Southgate's talking nonsense. Which bit is he talking nonsense about? This is an England manager who's showing a concern and a care for a player, whether it's Villa's on Villa's watch or England's watch. He's now on England's watch. He's in the England squad. So he's got to care for his players. So he wants to get to the bottom of an injury that's actually been a mystery at Aston Villa. So yes, he has played for Aston Villa, but he's got a duty of care to his players. Actually, I kind of admire Gareth Southgate for this.
I don't whatsoever. So Dean Smith, what we're saying about him, he's had no duty of care for his player, which I'm sure is a manager.
Well, he's out for 3 months, so of course he's had a duty of care.
Well, he's played him. If he's not fit, he wouldn't have played him in these Premier League games with nothing at stake.
Yeah, but listen to what he's saying. 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes.
Excuse, I'm not having it.
Well, we'll see. Let's speak to James, a Newcastle fan. What do you think, James?
Grealish stays home. I think there's better players in that position who are in much better form, like Mason Mount, Sancho. You've got Phil Foden is unbelievable. I think also you don't want a player to go in and break down immediately. I think that's a massive problem. It's happened so many times in the past to England where players have gone to major tournaments semi-fit and have broken down and been absolutely no use.
So Maguire's not going, Henderson's not going, and Grealish is not going. Are those three out then in your book?
For me, yeah. I don't see the point in taking a player who's potentially going to break down. I think it's a risk, a massive risk. It's just going to be an extra burden on the side. I'd take potentially Henderson as an advisor to the team, not as
what? You've lost it. You've lost the plot now, mate. I'm not having that. So Grealish, who's back playing, doesn't go, but you're taking Henderson as an advisor.
No,
come on, mate. You've lost the plot, James.
A bit of experience with the squad. Somebody who's going to look after those younger players like Jude Bellingham and Jadon Sancho.
Is that like when Beckham went that time and sat on the bench with his suit on? Did that make a difference?
Yeah, he looked sharp.
I think they're going to be all right. Come on. I mean,
the other thing I can't get my head around, I said this to the researchers, Southgate when he came in was, I'm not a yes man, it's going to be picking players on form. Raheem Sterling has had an abysmal second half of the season. And on the flip side, and there will be bias here, but technically he's an Arsenal player, Joe Willock has absolutely smashed the last third of this season. And I have no idea why he's not in the squad. Genuinely don't understand. He's in the form of his life, and although he's very young, I think it's a massive omission.
To be fair to Gareth Southgate, a lot of people throw that at him about form, and he has said that at some stages, but he also said he likes to take players who are trusted within the group, who have contributed to qualifying, to take players who are good tourists, will be part of a good group while they're away. If you literally just pick every single player who's in form, then Jack Grealish doesn't go. So, I mean, it kind of, you can't, if somebody's coming back to fitness, if he is fit, brilliant. I think we all, apart from James, I think we'd all want to see a fit and firing Jack Grealish at the Euros, because he can be unbelievable. The amount of free kicks he can win, on that alone is a reason to take him.
You want to go on that alone, and that's where, when you talk about Ward-Prowse, if you're picking him for what he might be able to do. The last 5-10 minutes, might get a free kick from anywhere. Who do you want taking it out of that All-England squad? Ward-Prowse. Who's more likely to get you that foul? Look at the stats. Jack Grealish. He's been fouled in the Premier League 111 times. Double that Foden's been fouled, and double that Mount's been fouled.
This is going to be interesting. A Birmingham fan, Sean, is with us with a view on Grealish. What do you want to say, Sean?
I'm going to get absolutely slayed for this, but for me, Grealish has to go.
Of course he does. I'm with you, mate. So you're not getting slated.
No, but he's a Birmingham fan, isn't he?
Oh, Birmingham. Oh, I didn't see that.
The reason for that is, although he might not be fully fit, Grealish is an absolute maverick. He's got a touch of the Gascoigne about him. I'm not saying he's good as Gascoigne, but he's got a touch of it about it. So even if it's a case of last 30 minutes, we're 1-1 or 2-1, and we need that bit of magic, for me, he's the guy we throw on, and he's the guy that turns the table for us.
Spot on, mate.
This is fine.
Skills,
Let me throw a scenario at you, okay? Very quickly. Just imagine he plays in the first game, starts the first game, plays really well in the first game, starts the second game a few days later, and breaks down. Is everybody still going to be okay then?
Well, that can happen to anybody.
Can happen to anybody, but this would be happening to a player who's just been out for 3 months, and there's a fear of overloading him. His own club manager has said that. So I can understand why Southgate is doubtful and cautious, but if there is no doubt, then of course Jack Grealish goes.
That's why you have all these people. That's why in America now they have fitness guys who are called watchers. They watch players train and they can tell you when they're about to break down.
Take Henderson
England,
as a watcher.
England, I am sure, have got the best medical people involved, and the stats will tell a story whether it goes or not.
Well, this is maybe why Southgate's saying this. Is he laying the foundations for Jack being one of the 7? We shall see. This is talkSPORT.